All right, number 1. The table shows the number of gallons in a truck's fuel tank after the vehicle has been driven X miles. When this data is graphed on a coordinate grid, the points all lie on the same line. What is the equation of this line? So this last part here is what you're looking for. You're looking for an equation of the line. And they didn't give us a form. So anytime you're not given a form, like standard form, point slope form, y equals mx plus b, which is slope intercept form, go with y equals mx plus b. M being your slope or rate of change. B is your y-intercept, otherwise known as the beginning, beginning, or starting point. And if you look at your table, here's your x, your miles. That is your input, your domain. Right here, where x is equal to 0. Remember now, if you were to graph this on a coordinate grid, where x is equal to 0, that is your y-intercept. So this point right here is your y-intercept. You have your b. Now we just need to find our slope. The slope is your change in y over your change in x. Change, meaning how much does it go up or down? So let's calculate that. 18 to 17.5. That's going down. How much did it go down by? 0.5. 17.5 to 17, that went down 0.5. 16 to 15.25. That's not quite 0.5. Let's grab a calculator. So 15.25 minus 16.75. And I have been saying these are going down, so we actually should be sticking a negative sign in front of them. So that's our change in y. Our change in x, that's plus 10. Plus 10. 20 to 40. Oh, I didn't do that one over there. This was minus 1. This is plus 20. Now it's looking like they're not changing the same amount, just like over here. They didn't change the same amount, but we're going to set up a ratio. Change in y over change in x. That one's 40 to 55. I believe that is plus 15. So now you take your change in y, so you're negative 0.5 over 10. We're going to reduce that. Negative 0.5 over 10, negative 1 over 20, and negative 0.75 over 15. And the reason I put all three here is we want to make sure they're the same. We want to make sure they're linear. It says here they lie on the same line, but let's just double check to be sure. Because the next question we might have, they might not tell us they all on the same line, and we want to make sure it's linear. Oops. So let's add a calculator. Negative 0.5 divided by 10 is negative 0.05, and negative 1 divided by 20. Ooh, that one gave me a fraction. The other one gave me a decimal. So we're going to have to make sure these are actually the same number. And negative 0.75 divided by 15 equals negative 0.05. Now we know for sure these are the same, and that's pretty interesting because now this is going to be a multiple choice on our test that we're going to take. Sometimes it might be given to you in a decimal, but it also might be given to you in a fraction. So let's change this fraction into the decimal just to check to see if they're the same. Or actually, we can take our decimal and put it into a fraction. So we're going to go menu, number, notice off to the side, there's our little conversion. And we want to approximate a fraction. Ta-da! It is negative 1 over 20. So this is our slope. Remember, this was our y-intercept. Y equals negative 1 over 20x plus 18. Now, I'm going to solve this problem again and do a separate video, and I'm going to solve it again, and I'm going to use Desmos this time and show you how you can do a regression in Desmos to come up with your equation.